Well, we're approaching Churchill. Been on this train 1.5 days. We've covered a distance of over 1,000 miles since Winnipeg.
Churchill has always been of importance. The area is one of the oldest in terms of European exploration in the country. The first Hudson's Bay Company outpost was set up here in 1717 and was named after Lord Churchill, governor of the Hudson's Bay Company. The railway was completed in 1929, giving the prairies an ocean port. The population of just under 1,000 is relying on tourism and bills itself the polar bear capital of the world. It sits right in the middle of a polar bear migration route, which means the great white bears often wander into the township.
Got a thermometer hanging on me and it says -20. Anyway, I'm going to look for I think it's called the Iceberg Inn. Check in there, get a bit of warmth.
Right, first things first, let's find the Iceberg Inn.
But it's good when you do that though. Like,
Yeah, it's nice and cozy in here.
no, thank you. Yeah, I just built the place here in the year 2000.
Oh right, what was here before then?
It was like that 7-Eleven down south, the corner store.
A corner store?
Yeah, open 7 days a week from
Yeah.
7 in the morning to 11 at night.
Yeah.
Then we got 7 days shopping, and who's the little guy? Put me out of business.
The accommodation is pretty much no frills, but then this is a frontier town and none of the big corporate hotels have bothered with Churchill. As soon as I've unpacked, I take a walk to get my first feel of the town. The settlement of Churchill has just one main street with a few side roads running off. Located at the mouth of the Churchill River on Hudson Bay, the town retains a look of a basic pioneer town with no luxury hotels and few trees. This vast Arctic landscape is snow-free only from June through to the end of August. Churchill has no road access and can be reached only by plane or train from Winnipeg. Despite its remote situation, Churchill was an important point of entry into Canada for early European explorers and fur traders arriving by boat in the 18th century.
Anyway, I'm going to go to the Gypsy Bakery, have some grub. I'm getting hungry.
The main polar bear migration is during October and November, although with recent melting of the sea ice, they could be around now at any time. I thought it might be a good idea to carry a gun. It was loaned to me by the guy in the Iceberg Inn. Of course, I don't want to shoot a polar bear, but if one did appear, the worst thing one can do is run away or play dead. You stand still and wave your arms to show you're human. If that doesn't work, a warning shot usually frightens it off.
All that is the Hudson Bay.
The bay, explored by Henry Hudson in 1610, is 850 miles long, including James Bay, and 600 miles wide.
Yeah, I feel a bit safer carrying this rifle. You just never know.
To do any filming is difficult and painful in this cold. On top of that, I've got to keep taking the camera out to film myself. I cursed and cherished that camera.
Unfortunately, it's clouded over a little bit now. If we don't clear, I won't see the Aurora Borealis.
Located on the town side of the Churchill River, this area offers breathtaking views of the Hudson Bay and the estuary. With food in short supply for everyone, ravens were making the best of things. The area is also famous to James Monk, a Dane who was the first European to winter over at Churchill in 1619. Of his ship's crew of 64, only 3 survived the ordeal. The Iceberg Inn recommended a trip with Gerald, who owns many dog sled teams. So he picks me up at 12 o'clock for the 10-mile drive to his base station.
They said you were here before?
Yes, I was in Churchill 5 years ago. Where does this highway take us?
Well,
How far does it go?
Not far. It goes out to the rocket range.
Looking around, I note for all the teamwork performed during the day, the dogs prefer to sleep separately at night. Or are they quieter that way? Right in the middle of nowhere. We're about 10 miles outside Churchill.
Chicken necks, and with all the fat and the skin that comes with that, that's very healthy for the dogs. It's our next generation of doggy runners. Okay. Okay.
Gerald and his brother start to harness up the team.
We're just hooking up the dog team. We'll be away soon.
Ready? Push! Let's go. Good doggies. Straight on. Good doggies. Come on now. Hop, 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 hop. Good doggies. Let's go. So peaceful once they leave the dog yard.
And it's so smooth too, isn't it? Just glides along.
Yep. Straight on. Straight on, Thunder.
How many hours can they run like this?
Well, when they're in shape, we can run them for... Well, we don't run them this fast. But they will do 8-9 miles an hour. 4 or 5 hours. Ha, Thunder! Ha, Thunder! Whoa, 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 whoa! Ha! Ha, Thunder! Whoa! Whoa, Thunder! Rhino!
Problems with the steering.
Straight on now. Straight on. Ready? Ha, Thunder! Ha! Ha, Thunder!
It's important to be a good leader, as sometimes the team becomes distracted by other more interesting destinations.
Straight on. Whoa! Straight on, Riel! Riel, get up there! Come on, Zoe, get over there. Straight on.
Right, we're back at the hut. That was excellent. That was really excellent.
We have a visitor to the campsite, a grey jay. It doesn't migrate, but during the winter may cover quite extensive areas in search of adequate support. It coats mouthfuls of food it doesn't want to eat at once with saliva and store the sticky packages for the future. I meet two guardians of the Arctic Trading Company, or they will be when they grow up. Already they've been given their own office entrance. Now only the ghostly northern lights, the aurora borealis, were bright in the darkness. It's a time when the spirit world seems very close.